Well, let's get into life in America and some perspectives.
Really had my wits in with this shit. Like, I don't know how the fuck people are functioning right now. It's a little too much for me. Like, I know everybody like, well, this is life. You have to work. This you can get what you want. You gotta be. I don't care. I don't think it's normal to be this overworked. I don't think it's normal to be burnt out. I don't think it's normal to be tired all the time. I don't think it's so normal to be so overstimulated. Everything's so overstimulating, and it's because of our work life. It's because of the fact that we have to rush and everything's hustle, hustle, hustle.
It does seem like that people are just being asked to do like, and that's the norm, to just do so much and where they barely have a moment to breathe for themselves. It is seeming that it's never enough. They're always being asked to do and give more.
Bustle, bustle, this, move there, move that, schedule this, time frame that, productivity, fully productive days, wake up at 3 a.m., go to bed at 10 p.m. Like, it's just too much. Like, we're just trying to fit too much in too little time when really all that we should be doing and focus on is literally living and breathing and being human. We can't
Wow,
even.
wouldn't that be nice that we could focus on actually enjoying the one lifetime experience you have and have good quality time to experience just being in the present of enjoying the fact that you are living. Kind of like when you see a bird flying through the sky and they're just flying and soaring, just in those moments. I mean, are humans supposed to be able to have those times in their life? Or should the only time that they're able to look up at the sky is when they're sitting in traffic, driving an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours to get to work, and the traffic is just so bumper to bumper that they happen to look up because that's all they can do to keep from crying. You know, should humans have time to be human?
Focus on that. We can't even focus on our basic ass health because everything is so fucking like go go go, rush rush rush, do this, do that, and it's like it never ends, it never stops. And I know like people are like, well, you got to work hard now so you can live comfortable later. There's not gonna be comfortable later, man. You're just gonna be working hard for the rest of your life until you overwork your body to the point that you can't even.
Put in the comment section, do you think you're working hard now for a better later? Do you think the societal consensus and things available to the population are going to be significantly better 20 or 30 years from now than that they are today? Do you think that there's still a dream to be realized and that you'll get to enjoy it in your lifetime? Or are you just in survival mode? Please post it in the comment sections and share your thoughts because that gives us more motivation to continue to have these conversations and really to listen to all the other perspectives of people that are in the now dealing with everything that's going on. You don't really see it on TV unless people are discussing it on a news blip. You know, inflation is this, or home interest rates or that. But they never really just really get into the minds of what the people are truly experiencing, almost as if like it's not happening. So, continue to join us here. We thank you for watching, and please post your comments and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to continue to engage us in this way.
Even do shit no more, and you might just clock out of here. Like it's no end goal. Like for some people it do happen. I'm not saying you shouldn't work hard to meet your goals, but it's just
Hmm.
like I feel like another thing too is like it feels like no matter what, it's always gonna be a next goal. You reach one goal, you work your ass off to get to one goal, and then you gotta work your ass off to get to.
Well, the goalpost has always moved. You know, first it was just you need to go to school and then you'll find a job. Now, so many people find that they've gone to school and they've gone for good degrees, pretty solid degrees, and there are no jobs, but they're still expected to pay off, maybe loans that they took out and expenses that they incurred while going to school. The jobs are often really low ball rates because it's really an employer's market at this time because so many people without jobs, people are just if they could just get a job, they're just taking it because they need something coming in. And they're trying to mitigate the damage that's being done by not having any employment. So, yeah, I think the goalpost has been not moved, it's been totally relocated and also redefined. And for some folks, they're just starting to realize that now as they go through the labor market, as they go through the housing market, as they go through just the economy and seeing where they're really standing. The dollar almost means nothing. You can go and get two or three things out of the store and it's $100. Like, and we just pay it because we need the things. We don't know how to create all these things ourselves. We don't even have the time to create all these things ourselves because we have to earn money to keep the lights on. We have to earn money to pay the bills. We have to earn money to pay health insurance. You have to earn money for everything. So they don't even have the time really to invest in that. You're kind of going to need a lot more people in your group almost like a survival team to, work all in unison to keep things afloat, because you're not going to be able to do it as a one or two person or even a three-person unit.
Next going and you work your ass off. And the next thing you look, you look up, you're 78. Your whole
78.
life done flashed ahead of you, and it's like,
Life
damn,
is
now
over.
I can finally, enjoy my life. But
What you
I don't know.
enjoying?
I don't know. I just don't. It's just not it for
I
me.
mean, what are you really enjoying at 70 and 78 years old? I'm not saying you can't enjoy life, but if you compare that to all the good working years you were having in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, at 78, you've most likely slowed down significantly. You most likely have health and things that are catching up to you, and your body's just tired. It's age 70 years. Why is that the golden number, 67 and 70 years old, to now retire? Like, they pretty much telling you to go to the dying bowl at this point, because what are you really doing at that age? People now see you as a vulnerable human, almost like they would see a baby, just a vulnerable person. Some 70-year-olds can't even walk down the street in peace because you might have some young bucks thinking that they can mess with this older person. If they're look at Samantha Guthrie's mother, she was living alone in her 80s, and look what happened to her. So when you're at those you know parts of your life, you're not exactly a spring chicken to just get out there and just start doing everything that you can imagine. So it is a scam to use up all those years of your life, and you have nothing really left in the gas tank. But let's go ahead and go on to the next perspective.
You know what we need to motherfucking do? We need to stop pushing Americans past their fucking breaking point!
Wow.
Hustle culture has gotten out of control, and we cannot afford to live here! Stop pushing us past our fucking limits! We just want to be able to breathe! Breathe! We need fucking relief!
Wow. I'm sure this seems like some events have happened and they've built up to where she just has to get it all out. And, getting all out is not a bad thing. And what she is also saying is true. People do need to breathe. People do need to be able to, like I was just saying, be able to take in life without having to hustle and monetize every single factor of their lives. Um, and it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. It just seems like, one job is not enough. And now you need to have, maybe two, or one job at a part-time job, or one job in a business, or, you just need to have so much. And who really truly wants that? Because I think deep down inside, you're a living being, and you should have those times in your life to just meditate and focus and regroup. But if you're working all the time, when are you going to have those times to do those things? To listen to yourself, to listen to your body, to listen to your spirit, to be creative, to engineer things, to think outside of the box. If all of your time is constantly consumed with go, 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 and the sleep moments that you have, you're just barely sleeping. You're just sleeping just barely enough to quote unquote recharge yourself to do it all over again in 4 hours. It's too much.
We work every fucking day, and the money doesn't amount to anything anymore. It's
Hmm.
never enough. It's never enough anymore. Like, what the fuck? What the actual f- When does it stop?
It doesn't.
Somebody, please, when does it stop? This is not okay, like, at all. It's honestly one of those days where I just want all this to be over. Like, I don't know if there's any saving us or not.
What do you all think could be done to create a different reality for the current system that many are just being impacted by? Do you think shorter work weeks, higher wages, um, maybe taking away the concept of money itself and put it back into things like a barter system and community building, and take away the individual aspect of it, or just letting people have true freedom instead of freedom in name only? You tell people they can do what they want, they can do what they want on their own property, but they can't. They can grow up to be whatever they want to be, but they can't, because if you can't afford to go to certain things or be in certain places, you're not going to have those opportunities. Yes, sure, there's exceptions to the rule, but again, those are the exceptions. And congratulations to those that are the exception. But the average person is just not getting a break, and they're hardworking people. I'm not talking about people that didn't want to do anything in the first place, so they shouldn't have even expect to have anything because they weren't doing anything. We're talking about people that are working every single day. They can't even take a break. Some people, um, take a break just so they can sleep in, just so they can try to get 6 hours of sleep instead of four. And then when they do that, they're behind on their work again. It's just this cycle of never ending stress. And stress ages, stress harms, stress helps cause diseases to proliferate in the body. And is this all just by design? They want this to happen, soak out the best years of you and then watch you fall off to the wayside, you know? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. How are you getting along in the system? Were you the exception? Were you able to hit all the targets and make it perfectly in this new age game of survival? Please share your thoughts. I'm sure many, many people want to know, what are you doing? What's helping you? What do you do to cope? Like she said, some people just want to breathe. How are you making sure you have time to breathe? While also securing and keeping a job and keeping everything else afloat. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy hearing our perspectives. I do thank you and take care.